Hello and welcome to Community Chats. I'm your host, Aley Hammer, and today we're joined with Tane Oakes from Ticketek. Tane, thank you so much for joining me today. Can you start by telling us a little bit about Ticketek and your cloud transformation journey to date?
Yeah, I can. So at Ticketek, we went over 6 years ago in 2014, we moved from a hosted data center into a cloud. And with that, we did what we would call traditionally is the lift and shift. We took everything that was in our data center, moved it into AWS in the cloud, and then our digital transformation sort of ran from there, where we started to go on and say, right, how do we take ourselves and start embracing cloud-based technologies? We moved things into lambdas, we moved things into kinesis streams, S3 buckets, containers, taking advantage of all that side of things. And with our really the main part of our digital transformation was moving our world into a lot more of a no-ops based technology that was allowing us to grow across the globe as we've done over the last 3 or 4 years into Asia and UK markets.
Incredible. I mean, TEG and Ticketek are such a huge part of Australian music and performance culture. So it's really amazing to hear how you guys have grown, from the first tours back in the 1970s with the Rolling Stones. So Tane, what has your move to the cloud enabled you to do that you couldn't do prior?
Yeah, I just kind of mentioned out around the growth that we've done in the business. We've been really accelerating into other markets, especially over the last 4 years. We've gone across into Asia, so across Southeast Asia and into the UK and on to Europe. Now that growth of being able to go across cloud-based technologies means that you don't have to go out and procure data centers across the world where you're going to host that side of things. We just go with AWS in the cloud and we just move everything out, taking advantage of cloud-based services to be able to spin up quickly and attack those markets.
Wow. I mean, I'm aware that embracing new technology has always been a really important part of Ticketek. And, you guys were the first Australian company to allow people to buy tickets back in 1997. So moving forward, what goals do you have for the future and what technologies excite you most that might help you achieve those goals?
Yeah, look, we're all about, as you said, from a Ticketek perspective, we're about trying to sell tickets and to improve that customer experience, getting into the venue and having that ability. So the technologies that we're really excited into is one, how we put tickets into the hands of customers. If you think about it, we used to have this ticket that was a hard ticket that was printed out, sent to you into the post. Now you get something delivered digitally to you. You get to put it into your phone wallets. You have that. You don't need to even pull it out with all of the NFC contactless entry that you get at our venues. All you have to do is have your phone near where you go into the access control. So there's a lot of exciting things about where that goes and where it takes you. And we're looking at how we can drive technology to do that. The other parts of technologies that we're really excited and looking into is around how we can scale and continue to grow in a cost-effective manner. And that's what we look at a lot with our cloud-based computing that we can get out of there. The whole basis around scaling and being able to drive and only use what you're actually pay for, what you're actually using and to go in and out was one of our big drives back in the time when we did our lift and shift out and move to the cloud. Because from a Ticketek perspective, we go in big peaks. When we have a big artist go on sale at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, we know we're going to have to sell over 300,000 tickets within a 5-10 minute period. And then the traffic gets back to the normal sides. So we can scale in and out. Prior to that, if we were in a data center, we were running as if we were selling tickets like that 24/7. All the time. So this is one of the real advantages of what we're actually doing. So we're looking at how we keep taking that advantage into other markets across the world.
Yeah, that's really true. I mean, there's so many new ways to help streamline the process, for getting customers closer to those favorite musicians that they have these days. And finally, Tane, at AWS, we're always encouraged to think big and outside the box. It's one of our leadership principles. So I'd love to know, how are your teams encouraged to think big over at Ticketek?
That's one of the big important things within our world. We're really trying to always encourage people to look at how they can use technologies and where they can go on. And one of the exciting things that we have just done where we say think big, we had a group of our team that always looks at different ways that you can sell a ticket and make it available. And just recently we ran out what we call as our app clips technology for iOS phones, which drives you into fast ticket purchasing when you're popping into an event, into a venue. You don't need to go stand there and line up to buy a ticket from somebody at a box office windows now. You walk up, you scan, it gives you entry and gives you access in there. And that's all built on top of our whole Lambda and API gateway environment, being able to connect back into our ticketing system to process that quickly and then drive that ticket back into the people. So those type of things are what we really drive and strive and encourage. And we have a whole lot of communities inside of our company where we push and look at different boundaries of where we want to take our world. So we really promote innovation, and that's what we drive to do.
Tane, thank you so much for coming on the show today and telling our audience a little bit about your company Ticketek and how you guys have gone on this amazing transformation. So we're going to have to get you back on the show because I know that there's so much more that we have to discuss, and you can get quite technical and quite deep. So we'll have you back on another time.
Thanks, Ali.